Hello golfers, Jess coming to you from the Just Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me and super excited. Great tournament this past weekend. Colin Morikawa winning, just an unbelievable group of new, young, exciting players, and they are creating speed and distance and control. And how do they do that? How do they create that speed? And I'm going to share with you today what I've been teaching for over 20 years and telling people and helping them increase their speed, what I've seen previous to in new. And so basically, when I see the average player, they're always trying to hit at the ball. They're always trying to create speed too soon in their golf swing. And so I have an alignment stick here. A very easy way to do it is that people take the club back and then they fire the club back behind them. Okay, so when they fire the club back behind them, that gets rid of all their speed and all their angles, so they end up looking kind of like that, where the hands are back, the club's back here, because they're trying to rush and try to get it down way behind them. So our goal every single time, how does Morikawa hit the ball far? How does Bryson hit it so far? How does DJ, all these guys, what happens is that they're gradually accelerating the speed from the top of their swing back through the ball, and then they're snapping it through from about, as they're getting down to about where the club is about hip height with the hands, then crack, then it's going out there. So the speed is occurring through the ball and after the ball. Through the ball and after the ball, not behind the ball. And that's what I see so many players do when they struggle with speed and hitting the ball, is that it's almost like, I would tell people, like if you're driving a car and you're stepping on an accelerator, you don't want to go 0 to 100 by just slamming on the gas. You're going to gradually speed up, and then boom, and then you're at 80 miles an hour. You're not just going to slam the gas down. Well, maybe some of you do, but normally that's how you gradually accelerate on a highway or on the road of a car. So it's the same thing. You're gradually accelerating through the ball. So you're going through the ball that way. So what that basically is you're transferring momentum of the swing. So you're transferring momentum from going into your backswing and then back through. So you can see my weight goes forward, and then from here I'm transferring momentum from my backswing with my arms out in front of me. So I can do that with my right hand. This is one of my favorite drills anyways. Take it back and you can see how turning back through, and I create a ton of speed going through the ball. I actually did a video a few months ago while we were in lockdown with speed sticks, super speed golf. That is a huge help, and you can really sense where that club comes through the ball. So I have an iron here. You're always creating speed out in front, never behind. So instead of getting that iron to look like this at impact, we're gonna make sure that speed is happening out in front of our body all the way around. So a great way to create speed is actually, I take a golf club, here's my iron, I flip it upside down. You can do this with your driver as well. Is that back and through? And you're gonna create speed by swinging as fast as you can, because your idea is that you wanna have a lot of club head speed from here, from right here, and then bam, back through. So you want to create that speed through the ball and after the ball, through the ball and after the ball. So it's gonna, your arms will start to accelerate out in front of you. Often I see people creating speed behind the ball. They create speed behind the ball to hit at the ball, and then their arms pull in. Okay, so this is what I talk about this a lot in my videos. I think it's super important to do. And to keep that structure in the arms going through is thinking about after the ball, swinging through the ball and after the ball, through the ball, after the ball. Because what happens is that if I look at every great golfer, every one of those guys on the PGA Tour and the girls on the LPGA Tour, they're all through impact and just after the ball. They're creating speed through the ball. So now their arms are straight and super long. So their arms are straight and super long. They're never pulled into their chest here. Their arms are never, their elbows are never breaking apart. They're creating speed through the ball. And so their arms are way extended. What I also see is that their arms are way extended. Their right hand's over their left hand. They're in a really good tilt here. They've extended their body. Their head is centered. And they have this big extension. And what they do is they're able to create so much speed out in front of the ball that that's where their main objective is. They're never trying to hit at the ball. They're not trying to help the ball up. They're swinging the golf club. They have good structure in their arms. They have all good fundamentals, extending, tilting, and turning, extending, tilting, and turning. And they're really doing a wonderful job of swinging through the ball. And so that's what I see both PGA Tour players and LPGA Tour players, the best ball strikers on the planet, and what they do and how they play is that they're always creating speed in front of the golf ball. And that's how they really smash it. So I would suggest that you do is put a ball on a small tee and then go ahead and hit some shots where you're feeling like you're creating the speed out in front towards the target. Towards the target. That's what we want. We want the speed towards the target. And if we do that, that's going to create a lot of good structure in our arms and hands. Our weight's going to move forward. We're not going to try to hit at the ball. Our arms aren't going to break apart, which I see constantly. You know, so if you just think about that, if I was going to throw a frisbee, I wouldn't throw a frisbee like this. If I was going to throw a ball, I'd throw a ball like that. I wouldn't pull my arm in. You know, tennis, boom. Boom, they're extending their arms. They're extending, tilting, and turning their bodies. So this is super important for you to get better as a golfer. And I would say if you're struggling with distance, if you're struggling hitting the ball, a lot of times, here's a myth that a lot of people tell you, is that they say, swing slower. This will help you hit the ball more solid. That's completely false. In fact, you'll just hit the ball worse, shorter. So you won't hit it as far, but you'll hit it, you know, you won't hit it as far, you won't hit it as solid, you'll just hit it shorter. So now you're compounding your errors. So now you're not hitting it solid and you're hitting it shorter. So let's go the opposite way. Let's go the opposite way of swinging from creating the speed, boom, right back through the ball. Let's create that speed. And I'll tell you what, the faster I swing, the more solid I hit the golf ball. And so that's what we want from you. We want to feel the speed out in front. We want that speed out in front. It's like, whew, snapping that. I've done skipping the stones, you know, anything like that. You know, if I was going to take this golf club and throw it as far down the range as I could, I wouldn't pull my arms in and try to do that. I wouldn't fall my back foot and try to do that. I'd be creating that speed and cracking those wrists and boom, and that club's going to fly down the fairway as far as you possibly can. There's a great story about a pro who gave a lesson a long time ago to a tour player that said, go to the ocean, hit 5 shots and into the ocean and see, and come back and tell me what you thought about and what you felt. And sure enough, the pro came back after hitting those 5 golf balls. He asked him, what were you thinking about? What were you doing? He said, nothing except just hitting through the ball and backing around. And that was it. And that frees him up, creates the speed out in front, and you're able to really hit that golf ball high and far. So hope this video helps you. Thank you so much. My name is Jess Frank. I'm a PGA teaching professional. I've been doing it over 20 years. I love teaching this game. I love helping people get better at golf, and I love the feedback I hear in the comments section. I'm reading in the comments section. Please reach out. Let me know what else I can cover, how else I can help you become a better golfer. And again, please subscribe, please turn on your notifications. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend Ara from A&T Cleaners. He's a new sponsor of the show, so I really appreciate that, Ara. And he's down in Fort Lauderdale, so if you need dry cleaning, he's your guy. A&T Cleaners. Look at the link below. The website's in the link below. So thanks again for watching, and look forward to seeing you soon, and happy golfing. Take care.